Hello everyone. Welcome to Happy Science Meditation Seminar. I'm Bobby Mai, Minister of Happy Science. Thank you for joining us today. Firstly, let me recite Prayer to the Lord. Prayer to the Lord. Our Lord, El Cantare, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. May you give us light, give us power, give us wisdom, and give us love. O Lord, our Father, please protect this planet of love earth. Protect us from all the evil, and open a future for us. O Lord, thank you for giving us light. We give thanks from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you again for joining us today. Today, we are going to practice the true Eightfold Path in accordance with this book, The True Eightfold Path. Eightfold Path is the most effective method of self-reflection. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the essence of self-reflection. The essence of reflection is to think what our true nature as God or Buddha's children is. That is love, mercy, kindness, consideration, courage, wisdom, sympathy, justice, hope, and so on. Since our education is largely based on worldly criteria, and we live in a certain set of circumstances, our original state of mind is overshadowed by worldly influences. When we retreat from everyday contact and reflect deeply on our mind, we can find the true self. Eightfold Path is to examine our own thought and deeds from the perspective of this true self. The Eightfold Path is a self-reflection method to discover the true self, which is the right state of mind that can be found by examining our thought and deeds objectively. Shakyamuni Buddha established 8 checking points through which people can examine their own thoughts and deeds, such as right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right living, right effort, right will, and right meditation. Righteousness in the Eightfold Path does not imply a simple set of model behaviors against which people can judge themselves to be right or wrong. It means a right state that can only be attained through deep contemplation. Now, let me explain practical tips for Eightfold Path as follows. First, recognize objectively what you saw, what you thought, what you said, and what you did, looking at yourself. Second, discover the basic reasons for a negative way of seeing, thinking, saying, and doing. Third, remove negative way by drawing a positive picture in your mind. Now, I'd like to explain things to keep in mind. Follows. The principle of self-responsibility. seeing your present circumstances as the outcome of your past choices and efforts. First, take responsibility for your present suffering. Second, see your own contribution to your problems. Third, try to identify solutions to the problems. So now we are going to study the first checkpoint, right view. See others rightly. Self-reflection means looking back and examining yourself. When you feel like blaming others, it is important to look first at yourself. How should we reflect on ourselves? Firstly, if there is discord between you and others, consider the possibility that the cause may lie on both sides. Check and see that there were no problems on your side first. Then, if you discover that you made a mistake, apology to the person concerned either directly or in your mind. Next, ask Buddha or God for his forgiveness and promise not to make the same sort of mistake again. If you have a hatred toward others in your mind, you will never be able to attain peace of mind. The best way is to be able to say, "I'm sorry for my resentment," and apologize directly to that person. However, if you cannot do this, picture that person standing in front of you in your mind. Picture him or her standing a couple of feet in front of you, and imagine you are having conversation with that person. Picture yourself expressing your sincere apology, and that person holding his or her hand out saying, "I misunderstood you too." Picture yourself in a harmonized relationship with the other person. People who are about to get divorced should picture themselves in harmony with their husband or wife. You should imagine that you have made up with your husband or wife, and you are both having a good time with the children. You should maintain this peaceful vibration. Those who are having a hard time with their business should imagine themselves gradually becoming successful. People who are in trouble because they have too much debt should make their minds peaceful and think that creditors are actually there to help you. To begin with, they did you a favor by lending you money. You should think, they lent me money because they believed me. It is my responsibility and my fault that I cannot return the money. You lent me money because you believed me and wanted to be kind to me. Despite this fact, I hated you. This was a mistake. Please forgive me. Then think, however, I need a little more time. I do not have the money to return, and my business is not yet in a good state. I wish to return all the money, but I need to save money, so I wish you would be my advisor. I wish you would help me to reconstruct my business so I can return the money. Practice meditation by drawing a clear picture of this in your mind. Like this, if you continuously draw a positive picture in your mind, surprisingly, you will be able to talk with a bright expression to the creditor. This is because you are already in harmony with him or her in your mind. It is hard for people to admit their faults. Therefore, you should begin with having a conversation in your mind. First, think of what is troubling you the most right now. There must be a person associated with the trouble. So picture that person in your mind and be a person associated with that trouble. So picture that person in your mind and try to be in harmony with the person. This is not just an imaginary thing, but your thought will actually reach the guardian spirit of the other person. The guardian spirit of that person knows your thought very well. Then the guardian spirit tries to guide the other person. Now, let us watch Master Oka's lecture on right view.
The first step on the Eightfold Path is right view. This may sound vague, but let us think about what seeing means. Of course, seeing is connected to information that is brought to you through the functioning of your eyes. So the practice of self-reflection using the path of right view means examining thoughts connected to the visual information received through the eyes. You may remember meeting someone today. Remember what you thought of him or her. Check and see whether you assess the person's character in an unbiased way. Did you think the person was unpleasant from the moment you met? Reflect on what happened as a result of the action of seeing. The eye is one gateway of information. To become aware of what you see with your eyes is very important. No doubt your eyes see other people. But when you attain a higher level of awareness, you will understand that your eyes see you as well as others. Try to visualize the images of yourself since you woke up this morning. Oddly enough, you can picture what you have been doing. Although your eyes are located on the front of your head, physically it is impossible to see your entire body. You can picture yourself from different angles. This is rather amazing. You can visualize your own actions because the eye is not merely a physical organ which catches light, but also a spiritual organ. So although your eyes are located on the face, they can see in all directions, even your actual form and what you do. The eye does not see only what is outside, but also what is inside. It can look inward, and at the same time, it can see the outside world. Your eyes can even look at you from the outside as if they were detached from your body. When the functioning of the spiritual eye has evolved, you will start seeing things more deeply. Not only will you see images of yourself and others as still pictures, but you will see a series of actions of yourself and others. You have done something and had a reaction for that. You will see the chain of cause and effect in your actions. Reflect on yourself today, for example. What state of mind were you in before you came to attend this lecture? Maybe the weather changed and it started raining. Maybe you tried to hail a taxi and could not get one easily. After a long wait, perhaps, you got a taxi with an unpleasant driver. As a result, you may have been in a bad mood after that, even when you arrived here. But the moment you heard some pleasant music, your bad mood lifted. If you can examine your actions and thoughts in this way, you will find the causes and effects of each of them. Can you analyze each of your thoughts and deeds one by one? Why did that music make you feel better? What made you cross in the first place? You remember it was raining, and then for a long time you couldn't get a taxi. Finally you got one, but the driver was so rude that you got out of the taxi, thinking you would take down the number and complain later. You came here scowling. When you met a friend on your way home, you didn't even say hello. He saw you and you must have thought, what a disagreeable person you were. Looking back in this way, each event in this series is like one frame of a film. It is essential to look at these events in an analytical way, in the practice of right view. It is important to understand the sequence of cause and effect. Originally, why did I do such and such? What followed that? The result then became the cause of something else. What happened next? Thus, you need to analyze your past experiences. Suppose that you saw a woman in a green dress and judged her to be unpleasant. To search for the reason she made such a bad impression, rewind the film in your mind. I now remember another woman wearing the same color clothes. Said something unpleasant to me a year ago. The image of that scene has remained in my memory. So the moment I met the woman, the unpleasant memory flashed up and made me feel uncomfortable. Did I really dislike her? No, I don't. I associated the color of her dress with a lady who criticized me before. If you analyze your feeling in this way, you can solve your problems quite easily. People do not know the reason why they worry or have pains, frustrations, and fears. Many people have no idea why they suffer. But once they can explain the reasons, many of their worries vanish. Most people cannot point to the reasons, so they are at a loss, unaware of why problems occur. It is important to find the cause of a problem. And to do this, the method of analyzing what you see is useful.
How was the Master Okawa's lecture? You have a clear guide for your practice of Eightfold Path on right view. Let us practice right view now. Now start practicing right view, especially on the study whether or not you have seen other people rightly. As following procedure. 1. Choose one person for whom you had a grudge or a strong negative feeling, or just with whom you cannot get along. 2. Observe all the events that took place between you and the person objectively, as though you are looking at a film. 3. See the person from the standpoint of that person. 4. Look at the person from Buddha or God's view. Lastly, picture in detail a scene where you have reconciled with the person. First, let me recite Prayer to Guardian and Guiding Spirit. Prayer to Guardian and Guiding Spirits. My guardian and guiding spirits, deep inside of me, you are the fountain of life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and the shield of courage. Every day, may you help me develop my soul and refine my mind. Every day, may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this, I give my thanks. Okay, let us practice right view now. Sit straight and straighten yourself. Close your eyes slightly and start breathing deeply. Please try to calm your mind. Let us begin. Firstly, choose one person for whom you had a grudge or a strong negative feeling, or just with whom you cannot get along. For example, your family, such as parents, brothers and sisters, husband or wife, and relatives, your friends and teachers at school, co-workers, neighbors, and so on. If you cannot find someone, then you may choose a person whom you find it difficult to get along with, or someone you simply dislike. Next, observe all the events that took place between you and the person objectively, as though you are looking at a film. Recall all the events one by one and observe them without any sentiment or emotion. Next, see the person from the standpoint of that person. Imagine why the person said or did what he or she did. Try to find the reason why the person had to say or do it by placing yourself in the position of the person. Next, look at the person from Buddha or God's view. When you look at yourself from the viewpoint of Buddha or God, who sees everything with compassion, are there any points in your way of looking at or interpreting things that you should reflect on? Lastly, picture in detail a scene where you have reconciled with the person. How was the reflection? Could you reconcile with the person? Now let us practice meditation, golden statue of Buddha, which shows your true self. Let us start. Just follow the guidance.
Please straighten your back and take deep breaths for a while. Once your breathing calms, please keep your eyes half closed. You need not to close your eyes completely, nor open them widely. Just lightly focus your eyes on the floor 1 to 2 meters ahead of you. Then imagine you will receive light from heaven through your spine. There is a golden pipe along your spine, extending from your head to the heavenly world. Through the golden pipe, light from the heavenly world will stream down. This pipe is about 5 centimeters in diameter. Visualize this golden pipe running through your spine up to heaven. I will now send you light through the pipe from the heavenly world. I will send you light of heaven with the help of your guardian and guiding spirits. I will ask them to pour light into you through the pipe. So, please receive the light of heaven. Once you've received the light, circulate it throughout your whole body. Now I will begin to send you the light. Imagine the light is penetrating deep into your body. Let this golden light flow through your head, neck, left shoulder, right shoulder, chest, stomach, and then right leg, left leg. Fill every part of your body with the golden light. Imagine that you are becoming a shining golden statue of Buddha. Fill your whole body with the light and imagine that you are a golden statue of Buddha. Now you have become a golden statue of Buddha. The golden color is not just the surface. I mean, your body is not just covered with gold leaf. Imagine that your entire body is made of solid gold. Your whole body is solid gold. You are beginning to cast the light from within. This is your aura. Now let this aura radiate around yourself about 50 centimeters in diameter. You are a golden statue of Buddha, radiating the aura about 50 centimeters around you. Then you can broaden out your aura. The aura is growing to 1 meter around you. You are the golden statue of Buddha, radiating the golden aura of 1 meter in diameter. Now, imagine your aura is expanding to the diameter of 2 meters around you, 2 meters in diameter. If you see yourself from the front, you would see a great golden halo behind you. Expand your aura to 3 meters. This is an even bigger light. Expand the aura further to 5 meters. The infinite light of heaven is pouring into you from above, and it's scattering around you. The light of 5 meters in diameter is spreading in all directions, and the space around you is shining gold. Finally, imagine your aura is expanded to 10 meters, and you are sitting in the middle of the light. You are sitting in the huge golden orb of light with a diameter of 10 meters. Now open your eyes slowly and end your meditation. Open your eyes gently and relax your shoulders. This is what we call the meditation of a golden statue of Buddha. You receive the light from heaven and turn your body into a shining golden statue of Buddha. You see your body radiating the aura. Then you gradually expand the aura, and finally you see yourself sitting in the middle of a huge orb of light. The way of meditation is such, but in order to master this meditation, you really need to have attained the enlightenment of Tathagata. There are great Buddha statues in Nara and Kamakura creating calm vibrations, in order to be able to think of yourself embraced in a great abundant light with such gentle vibrations as Buddha statues. You must have a generous state of mind without any attachments. And the greater your soul's capacity is, the more light of heaven you can receive. The size of aura may be different for each person, but it is possible for everyone to have the aura as large as 1 meter in diameter at least, if you have trained to some extent. I hope you all reach that level.
How was the meditation? Your true self is the golden light itself. Eightfold Path is the method to restore your true self. So please practice every day. Thank you very much for joining us today. We'll see you next. Thank you and have a good day.